Hi, this is Tim Huckaby. Welcome to Bytes by MSDN Windows 8 Edition. Today, our guest is David Kelley from Wirestone. David, thanks for coming.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here, Tim.
Not the first time you've been on the show.
No, not the first time.
KG veteran. So you have a fancy title, Chief User Experience Architect.
Principal UX Architect.
Fair enough. Help straighten that out for us developer folks. What really does that mean?
So what that means is my job is about making sure the digital experiences that we're designing really connect with our users, that we're designing experiences, not just an application.
Which would be contrasted to the Battleship Gray that we all grew up on.
Yes,
you're
that's
talking
correct.
about engaging, exciting stuff that we honestly couldn't do until Windows 8 came out, right?
Yeah, it's really about wrapping those digital experiences around our users, and Windows 8 really provides a lot of that infrastructure for doing things that just wasn't possible back when I started this whole UX thing years and years ago.
Years and years ago. So put this into perspective for us. What would be one of the things you're working on? I mean, I personally know that you've been doing Windows 8 apps for a long time. We just shipped recently, but you've been doing this a long time. So feel free to talk about one of the projects you're working on.
Well,
you're proud of.
That I'm proud of. Well, probably the thing I'm most proud of is one of my private projects.
Okay.
It's an app called Princess Paper Dolls. It's not associated with Wirestone, but it has my daughter in it, and she did all the voiceovers. And it's kind of the target demographic is 7-year-old little girls, and it's on Windows Phone, and it's going into Windows 8, and it's an exciting little thing, and I'm proud of it because, well, it's my daughter. If we're talking about some of the more larger experiences, I'd have to say, I'm proud of the stuff we did in the Microsoft Retail Store, of some of the new Windows 8 stuff that's coming out that we've been working on, and I'm just really excited to see this stuff go public, where we can actually talk about it, and people can touch it.
Now, you casually mentioned something a minute ago that I think we should elaborate on. That app you've built that targets females in the 7-year-old demographic already exists on Windows 8. So what would be the design considerations or limitations that you had on Windows 7 Phone that now are alleviated by Windows 8?
Well, with Windows 8, you really have much more screen real estate, and you have more complex gestures and kind of touch elements that you can work with. And that's true across any application. If you're designing an application that's only on the phone versus something that's in Windows 8, there's a lot more you can do with it. And then you can also integrate it with the rest of the environment, where on Windows Phone, that's more limited. Inside Windows 8, you have all kinds of things like charm contracts you can work with, and it helps engage that experience, not just with the user, but with the rest of their Windows experience.
I think it's also fair to mention that your investments, you personally, your investments now in your Windows 8 apps transfer nicely and elegantly to Windows Phone 8 when it comes out.
Yes, I'm very excited
your
about
migration, it really isn't a migration. It's almost like a recompile, right?
Yeah, it's more or less a recompile. It's more tools in my toolbox that just get me more excited about the whole thing.
Awesome. Okay. Let's do a call to action, or give our developer audience something that we can something we can try and understand about your world. Your world confuses us, this user experience design thing. Give us something to empower us.
Well, I think probably the most important thing that will help all of us as developers or UX professionals is really with Windows 8, we're really delivering a platform that really integrates in a way that just wasn't possible with Windows 7. Now we're going from something as powerful as my engineering desktop in the form of a Surface Slate. I can do just amazing things that just isn't possible on machines that may look pretty, but just don't have the power of these kinds of devices, and entering into a new market with all the millions and millions of copies of these things that Microsoft is able to produce and their OEM partners are able to produce really helps provide us this opportunity to really get apps into the market and take advantage of that new and emerging kind of apps or app developer space that Windows 8 is really building.
Yeah, fun times, huh? What a great time to be in the user experience and on the developer side.
Absolutely.
Hey, David, thank you so much for coming. Always a great interview on this show.
And always a pleasure, Tim.
And thank you guys for watching.